Good evening, Meal Masters, and thank you so much for joining me tonight. I am Dr. Monique May, your board certified family physician who you know as a physician in the kitchen. And through my home meal delivery service, cooking utensils, and soon to come cookbooks, I help busy households enjoy healthy eating without impacting their hectic schedules. So thank you so much for joining me tonight in part 2 of my 3-part series on foods that you can eat that will boost your immune system. As I talked about last night, and as you I'm sure well know, we are in the middle of cold and flu season. It's December and it's not even winter yet, but the flu has already peaked and we're seeing higher numbers than normal for this time of year. They are saying that the flu season is actually off to its earliest start in over 15 years. And already the CDC is saying that there have been 1.7 million reported cases of influenza. There have been 16,000 hospitalizations and 900 flu-related deaths nationally. And a lot of that activity seems to be focused in the South, from Texas to Georgia. So it's widespread already in 16 states. So please get your flu shots if you have not already done so. It's not too late. A lot of pharmacies are offering them now. You don't have to even go to your doctor's office. And in fact, if you have insurance, there is actually not even a copay. So please get that done. If you've gotten your flu shot, great. And other things that you can do just to kind of help stave off infection is, of course, avoiding people who are sick. The thing about the flu is after you've been exposed, it's about a 1 to 4 day incubation period. So most folks are going to start showing symptoms after 2 days. So anyone who you know is obviously sick, avoid close contact with, avoid touching your nose and mouth, especially if you're out in public and you're touching, doorknobs and things like that. You don't want to then transfer that to your nose or mouth, because that's how the virus is transmitted. And wash your hands frequently or use hand sanitizer. So tonight we are going to discuss 5 more foods that can boost your immune system. So last night we talked about citrus fruits, including your grapefruits, oranges, lemons, limes. Another item that we talked about was red bell pepper, broccoli, ginger, and garlic. So tonight, the next 5 on my list are, number 6 is spinach. So very similar to broccoli, spinach is going to be high, of course, in antioxidants and fiber, and those things help to increase your body's infection fighting abilities. So it's just like broccoli, it's best or it's more potent the least that it's cooked. So eating raw spinach when possible, so salads, it's great in smoothies. You're going to get more of the full potential from the antioxidants in that state. But when you do cook it some, you actually increase the release of vitamin A and other nutrients which are beneficial as well. So kind of strike a good balance there. You don't want to overcook it. So that's spinach. The next on the list is actually yogurt. So you want to look for yogurt that has live and active cultures, because those cultures can stimulate your immune system to help you fight disease as well. And you want to, of course, try to get the plain yogurt that's not rich or high in a lot of sugar. You can sweeten it yourself with things like honey or fresh fruit. But again, yogurt helps to stimulate your immune system as well. And it's also a great source of vitamin D, which we know helps to regulate the immune system and helps your body's natural defenses. So the next one is almonds. So almonds are rich in vitamin E, which is not quite as potent as vitamin C in fighting infection, but it still plays a very important role. And the good thing about almonds is you don't need to eat a whole lot. Just half a cup, which is about 46 almonds, gives you 100% of the recommended daily amount of vitamin E. So, and that's important because nuts can be high in fat, the good fat, but still if you're watching those calories, if you know you're eating about half a cup, then that's the recommended daily amount. So next on the list is a spice called turmeric. And turmeric is, we all know that nice yellow color of mustard. Well, that comes from turmeric. So turmeric has been known for ages to help as an anti-inflammatory, so it's really good for inflammation of the joints from arthritis or rheumatoid arthritis, osteoarthritis or rheumatoid arthritis. And so that is good to help boost the immune system as well. So the difference, just to clarify, osteoarthritis is the arthritis that we get as we get older. Joints tend to wear out, whereas rheumatoid arthritis is much more of an inflammatory condition that you can actually develop as a younger person versus osteoarthritis, which we tend to get more as a wear and tear kind of thing. And then last on the list for tonight is green tea. So green tea and black tea both have antioxidants, but green tea actually is more potent because of how it's processed. It has an antioxidant in there that is in higher levels than black tea because black tea undergoes fermentation, and the fermentation decreases the level of the antioxidant. So if you're going to choose between the two, green tea is going to give you more bang for your buck. And also, green tea has an amino acid which also helps your T cells, which are a subset of your white blood cells, which are very important in fighting infection. So to review the list for tonight, we have green tea, almonds, spinach, yogurt, and what was the other one? What was the other one? Turmeric. So turmeric, almonds, spinach, green tea, and yogurt. So, and I had a request. I had from one of my viewers, Renata. Thank you so much for the question. She asked, what about elderberry syrup? And I was actually glad she asked that question because I had not heard of that. So I did a little research. So elderberry syrup contains antioxidants. And a lot of people believe that it helps fight colds and flu-like illnesses that we're discussing. But there's not a lot of really good research out there on it. The studies that have been done have been with very small groups of people. And when we're doing research, we really want to do it on large amounts of people because that gives the information more power. It's more significant if you're seeing the effect in larger groups of people. So there's still a lot of research that needs to be done on this topic, but we know that elderberry contains vitamins A, vitamin C, minerals like iron, calcium, and potassium, and it's thought to help boost the immune system. But again, there's more research that needs to be done. But the interesting thing is raw elderberries are actually toxic, can be poisonous. So you don't ever want to eat them raw. They'll give you really bad nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. So if you're going to use it, it's either you can get them in lozenges or capsules, and you can make your own syrup. And the way you do it is basically cook it in water with sugar. Then you strain it, and then you want to cook it down or boil it until it becomes kind of syrupy, and then it's ready to use. So thank you so much for that question, Renata. Once you've made the syrup, you can then use that in like a smoothie or drizzle it over yogurt. So for those of you who want to, again, take a more natural approach, that is something to consider. But again, the research and the jury are still out on that. So I hope this information has been helpful. Tune in tomorrow night for the final of the 3-part series where I discuss the last 5 immune system boosting foods that you can help to get you through this cold and flu season. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you share this with your friends. Be sure to tune in tomorrow night for part 3. And until then, this is Dr. Monique May, your board-certified family physician, who you know is a physician in the kitchen, signing out. Have a good night.